Want to avoid 5 time management mistakes? Stay tuned. Welcome to the Daily Improvement Channel. I am Shondalyn Young Richardson, and I'm going to share 5 mistakes I've made with time management, and hopefully it will help you. Number 1, trying to change too much in a short time frame. You know how we feel like it's so much that we've got to change because we realize the error of our ways, and we say, okay, I'm going to change all of these things so that I can improve. Well, it doesn't work that way. What we have to look at is what is a change that we can make, however small that it is, that will make a big difference. And that's where we need to focus. Because we can't fix everything at one time. And that's just a great way to get overwhelmed very quickly. Number 2, having no routines. I was of the opinion that routines were for the birds. I consider myself a free spirit, and I just thought, routines are boring. That's what I thought. But I have learned that routines are awesome, because for those things that we have to do on a regular basis, it just makes everything so automatic, and you get this, what they call muscle memory. And from that, it just becomes automatic. Your body just knows what to do. So routines are awesome because things become so automatic. It's like you're on autopilot and you're just moving and not even realizing it. A great example of that is for those of you who have conquered the idea of making your bed every day. Whereas there was a point in my life as a college student, for example, that I didn't make my bed ever. But I remember when I decided to start making my bed, I made that decision that as soon as I get up out of the bed, I would make it. And at first it seemed a little tedious, unnecessary, or what have you, but I kept at it. And with that one little habit that I developed, it's come to a point I cannot walk away from my bed without making it. But not only that, it becomes so automatic that you don't even think about it. Your body just knows what to do. You're just moving real, casually and just getting it done. So having routines is awesome. Number 3, not having margin or transition time built in. I was the world's worst when it came down to estimating time that it takes to do something. And so what I found was that I would estimate how long it would take me to do something, but not the time that it takes to go get the things that I need to do it. Or let's just say, even if it was a drive to work, when I was just starting to get into the work world years ago, I would estimate, for example, how long it would take me to get to work, but I didn't factor in the time that it would take to get those last minute things like put my hand on my keys, or you don't factor in that the train might stop you, or just various things that can happen. A person could be driving slow in front of you, and those things were not calculated, and therefore, guess what? You can end up easily running late for work. So those things had to get built in so that I can give myself buffer time and be able to get to work on time. And so that's what I mean by that transition time, or that margin time, is building in the time that it takes to do other things in order to get that job done. One more example I will give you is like when I had decided I was going to read 30 minutes a day, and I did not factor in the time that it took for me to decide on what book I'm going to read or what have you. So that particular first day, it was like I took more time than I expected out of my day because I needed to go find the book that I wanted to read, and then I could start reading it. And of course, then I have to put things up. So you have to build in that time. The next thing that I want to talk to you about, which is number 4, it's overcrowding your day. Again, I have been so guilty of putting so many things on my to-do list, not really looking at, again, what would be reasonable and what would not like wear me out for the day. You know, it's always a lot of things to do, a lot of things that need to get done. But guess what? You can only focus on the most important things because you want to, you know, factor in the unforeseen interruptions you're going to have. Those times, and sometimes it's fun things that might be interrupting you and you didn't see that happening, and you don't want to be so bogged down that you have to turn down those opportunities to engage with your family and friends because of your to-do list that will be there for you tomorrow. Okay. And so basically you want to make sure that you leave room in your day and not overcrowd your day, taking out all of the fun, sucking out all the life out of your day. So for me, that's very important to keep in mind. Number 5, this was the biggest aha moment that I've had recently, and that is the mistake of not planning the day before. What I mean by that is, if you're a Christian, you know that the Bible talks about how the evening and the morning were the first day. Well, I find that if I did not go to bed early and I wake up the next morning and I'm exhausted, I'm not going to get anything done. I find that if I have not already decided the type important things that I need to do tomorrow, and for me, I like to write those things down so I can get it out of my head and onto paper. I find that I wake up the next morning and I don't even know where to start with my day. And so these are things that I found that when I do them, it helps me to be more productive and more effective. So the evening and the morning makes a day. Start your evening out right to help your morning go better. In fact, it helps your entire day be better. Now, I'm hoping that these 5 tips were helpful to you. And if they were, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.